Lake County made a pitching change. Cunningham, the batter, first baseman, a little pop-up between first and pitcher's mound. First baseman does a good job, hopefully calling off, and that's Cashin calling off the pitcher to make that play for the third out. So Cunningham goes out with a fly ball to the first baseman for the third out of the inning, goes down with the bases loaded. But in that top of the third inning, Trenton breaks the ice. They come up with 3 runs. A lot of those via the base on balls, but 3 runs in that first inning to take the lead in this one over Lake County, 3-0. And Clay Cunningham making his way back out to the mound for his third inning of duty.
Toss some tomatoes at you.
Rotten.
What are you, the voice of the Trenton Peabody, Trenton Tide? Just do it because you like it, or just got asked to do it?
Just here.
Good. I like it. What were you doing in Martin the other day and I seen you?
Can't tell all my secrets.
Huh?
I can't tell all my secrets. I didn't recognize you until I'd already gotten by. You're not home, right?
Yeah, but yours, I don't know if you can hear it. I'm going to switch something here in a second.
That's marijuana.
And we're back here for the bottom of the third inning. Trenton with 3 runs in the top of the third takes 3-0 lead. That pitching change that we didn't have a name for Lake County. That's Bargery that came in for Rodriguez and got that final out of that bottom of the third inning. For Lake County, first 3 batters will be the additional hitter Thomas, center fielder Cardwell, and the second baseman Hooper. And again, Cunningham back out to start in the bottom of the third. In that ball game Thursday night against Humboldt, which Lake County wanted to get here, Thomas in that ball game was 0 for 3. He was hit by a pitch, had 1 strikeout, but he'll try and get things started here for Lake County in this Northwest District tournament. Cunningham with the wind up and the pitch fouled off by Thomas. 1 strike count to Thomas, the batter. We apologize. We had some camera difficulties earlier, but Paul's worked hard at it and got us back on board here. We know you can hear some of the things, but maybe not see everything. But we've got all of that back up and running now. And happy to be here bringing you this Babe Ruth local baseball action. High, tight pitch to Thomas. What he had at it, too. Up in his eyes a little bit late. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the additional hitter, Thomas. Took that one a little bit high. Evens count up at 2-2. Cunningham thought he had it. It wasn't a bad pitch, but it was close. So 2-2 count on Thomas, the batter. Next pitch in the dirt, this Cunningham bounces it across, and once again, here we go, 3 balls. Throwing a lot of pitches. Got the batter in an 0-2 hole there, and he's thrown 3 balls. Gets to a full count here with no outs in the bottom of the third. And that one sails over the head of the batter, Thomas, and he'll reach first base, make the turn there. The catcher Carlton is up with it. It's ball back to Cunningham. Give Thomas credit. He was selective there and made Cunningham work for it, and he ended up with a base on ball. So Thomas will be at first base with no outs here in the bottom of the third. Cunningham to the stretch. Thomas gets his lead. It's a little bit low and outside to Cardwell. for Lake County. Cardwell, that's Zachary Cardwell. He was hitless in that ball game against Humboldt the other night, but is here up here now with runner on first. Pitch up in the eyes, throw it on to second. A little bit late, bounced in the dirt. I think that means was stolen on the windup or on the stretch as well. Carlton never had a chance at that. Throw was late getting there. It was also thrown short. Give Miguel Anderson a lot of credit for coming up with that one, not letting the ball get into center field. Also, Timothy Fields with a nice job. There's a line drive down the first baseline as first base coach dodges that one. But also give Tim Fields a lot of credit. They did a good job just keeping that throw in the infield, keeping that runner at second base. So runner at second base now on the stolen base. Cardwell the batter. 2 balls and 1 strike from Cunningham. Cunningham with the check for the sign and goes to the stretch. Fields the second baseman holding the runner there. Pitch in the dirt. And another 3-ball count by Cunningham as Cardwell works at the 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch to Cardwell. He's taken all the way on that one at 3-1. That's a strike right down the middle. Let's count the 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cunningham with the stretch. Pitch. A little bit low and outside to Cardwell. And there's another walk. So the first 2 batters of the inning reach against Cunningham on bases on balls. And we're going to have a timeout as coach for Trenton, Tony Abbott's going to come in and talk with Cunningham. We're not going to talk. We're just going to go ahead and make the pitching change here. With no outs in the bottom of the third, first 2 batters reach for Lake County, and Thomas and Cardwell bringing up the number 10 batter Hooper, who's playing second base, but we've got a pitching change. Cunningham, who was on the mound, is going to go to right field. Workman, who was in right field, is going to come to third base. And third baseman Drew Powell is going to assume the position on the hill as pitcher for the Trenton team. So Thomas at second, Cardwell at first. Coming up to bat Hooper. This will be his first at bat of the ballgame. In that ballgame against Humboldt Thursday night, he was 0 for 2 with a strikeout in their win on Thursday night. Drew Powell is the second pitcher that we've seen. Cunningham did a good job. We told you it's hot. You got to give Cunningham credit. He's got a shutout going here through 2 complete innings. But it's a hot day and he's throwing a lot of pitches. We'll give him a little shot of water here during the break from the coaching staff after his effort on the mound. So Drew Powell is the second pitcher that we'll see for Trenton. We saw a couple of pitchers for Trenton in last night's ball game against West Carroll. Mateo Anderson was the starter. Went 3 innings, and then Fessmeyer came in. Preston Fessmeyer came in and finished that ball game out in a big win over West Carroll. We told you in that ball game it was run ruled, 6 innings, Trenton with the win 15-3 over West Carroll. West Carroll will play Humboldt this afternoon after this game. And as we told you, the winner of this one will move on to the finals of the winner's bracket. The loser will be coming back and playing later on today. First pitch from Powell with runners first and second. And that's a nice job by the center fielder Anderson there. Runner on second, who is Thomas, took off, and Carlton with the throw to third. Thomas retreated back to second, an errant throw from Workman to Anderson, but backed up beautifully by Mateo Anderson to keep the runners where they are. The first pitch was called a ball. Second pitch also a ball high and outside, so quickly go to 2 balls and no strikes count on the second baseman Hooper, with runners at first and second with no outs here in the top of the bottom of the first. That's a pitch, throw back to first. Catcher throwing down to first, trying to catch this runner napping a little bit. Nice job, heads up play there. Heads up play by Tilly also. Keep that ball in infield as there's pickoff attempt and it's back underneath the tag. Cardwell back underneath the tag by Tilly. Nice move there by Drew Powell. And it was close. But he did get under the tag here at first base, did Cardwell. Count on the batter, 2 balls and 1 strike as Drew Powell in the stretch, and there's a bunt attempt with no outs. He fouls that off, and that'll even the count out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's not a bad play right there. Runners on first and second. You're trying to get runners over with no outs. Just couldn't put it in play. The second baseman Hooper. Leadoff batter will be coming up. He's on deck. That's Young. There's a long drive, and it's going to be in the left center field. That's a base hit. That's a base hit all the way to the center field and never moved. Left fielder Fessmeyer. Preston Fessmeyer comes up with that on the hop. That's a hit all the way, and get an RBI to the second baseman Hooper on that with that base hit. And that cuts the lead to 3-1 for the Trenton team. Leadoff man Young up. Young, as we told you, in his first at bat in that first inning, fried out. Pop up to the pitcher. There's another pop up, and it's going to be in the right field. Cunningham couldn't get there. The ball drops in front of it. A lot of wheels there, and Young. Cunningham comes up with it and holding the ball. So the play is not in time, and Young is going to end up with a 2 RBI triple on that. I think we'd be safe to give him a double on that and take him third on the throw, but still 2 RBIs nonetheless. And folks, in the third inning, we've got an even ball game at 3 apiece. So Ishmael Young with 2 RBIs on that hit to right field. Cunningham did a good job keeping in front of him. Just couldn't come up with a play. Kind of stay in front of him. Bargery is the batter now for Lake County. Bargery 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out to the shortstop in that first inning, but here he is, still no outs. He flies on backing out of play. He comes up now with no outs and a runner on third. So a lot of ways that leading that go-ahead run get home with Bargery at the plate. There's another foul back from Bargery. Bargery, of course, came in the pitch there in the top of the third inning. He, in relief of Angel Rodriguez, did a good job of stopping the rally that Trenton had going. He ended that inning with the bases loaded, and here he is to bat with the go-ahead run on third base. That pitch is up from Drew Powell. With 2 strikes, that's 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Bargery. There's a swing by Bargery on the pitch to the third baseman, having trouble with the sun, and that's a high sky, and he's looking right into that sun, and I don't think he ever had a chance at that. We're at midday, folks, and that sun is straight up, and Workman just never had a chance off that ball. We've got to give him a hit because that was untouched. But one thing that it did do is kept the runner at third base, but that doesn't matter as Bargery takes off from first, but is picked off at second. But on that throw to second base, Young is going to score from third base on the late throw to the plate. So we got the out, but to give up the go-ahead run on that play. Next pitch by Drew Powell's in the dirt. This is Spencer batting. Spencer playing center field. He's done a good job. Got some wheels out there. Spencer in that first inning reached base on an error and got to third before that last out was made in the first inning. But here he is. Base is empty. His team up now 4-3 as he takes ball 2. His team leads now 4-3 after a couple of walks in this inning and a couple of misplayed balls by Trenton. Spencer is up. That ball is a little up. So another 3-0 count to the Lake County batter as Drew Powell goes 3-0 to the center fielder, Kevin Spencer. 3-0 pitch. Ball strike right at the letters there. Another pitch at the letters, and he had some heat behind that one. Spencer couldn't catch up with it. So Drew Powell climbed that liner back from 3-0 count to 3-2, and there's a pitch. That's a line shot right down the middle. It's going to get by Fessmeyer in left field and right around in the corner a little bit. Spencer with his speed can easily get to second base with no throw whatsoever. That's just a base hit, folks. And enough on it to get in that quarter and rattle around down there by Fessmeyer and allow Spencer to reach second base. So that's a double for Lake County. And we've still only got one out here in this third inning. Spencer taking off second. That's a fine job by Carlton. Spencer made a late start, but I tell you what, Carlton with a bomb down there at third base. Workman came over with it clean and put the tag down, and they had him by 2 steps. Spencer is going to be out, trying to take third. The second out of the inning, so that'll leave cleanup hitter Smith batting with 2 outs. That's Jesse Ray Smith, the third, behind the plate today. Leave him batting with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third, his team ahead, 4-3. Next pitch by Drew Powell is high and tight. We've missed a pitch on the scoreboard. I think they've got 3-0 on the scoreboard, but I think it's actually 2 balls and 1 strike. That should be ball 3. That's going to run at 3 balls and 1 strike on Jesse Ray Smith the third. Next pitch fouled off, right straight back. Jesse Ray Smith right on top of that fastball. Right underneath it and fouled it straight back. That's going to run the count of 3 balls and 2 strikes on the cleanup hitter. Next pitch, foul straight up. Let's see if it's going to stay in play. Nope, it's going to get out of here. Jesse Ray Smith doing a good job fighting that one off and fouling it back and out of play. Not giving the defense a chance to come up with play. So Drew Powell come at him again with a 3-2 count on the batter. That's high and outside on Jesse Ray Smith. No doubt about that one. That's ball 4 as Smith will go to first base. And with that walk, that's going to bring up the catcher. I said Jesse Ray Smith was playing catcher. He's actually playing third base. This is Lamb, Charles Lamb. Lamb is behind the plate today. Lamb is up for the second time in this ballgame. His first time up, he flied out to second baseman Miguel Anderson. He's up here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. His team leading 4-3. With the runner on first as he goes for second, and Carlton up with the throw. Gets away from Anderson. Anderson couldn't do anything with that one, upset himself, but that throw was offline. But I believe that either way, I believe Smith had that base stolen. He got a great jump on the pitcher. Mateo Anderson in center field backing up and moves that runner at second base. Pitch was called a ball. which was called a ball. So we have Lamb at the plate with a runner at second base. 1 ball and no strikes. With Lake County leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the third. That's fastball right at the letters. To call a strike. It's going to run the count to 1-1. Smith getting a lead, and Powell steps off and got him picked off if they convert the run back. Nice job there by Jesse Ray Smith trying to go back. That's knocked out by Drew Powell. As Jesse Ray Smith got a little premature jump and Drew stepped off and had him picked from the start. So good job defensively there by Trenton. But in that inning, Trenton gives up 4 runs. And they give up that 3-0 lead that they were enjoying, so they come in for the top of the 4th, trailing in this ball game by a score of 4-3. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, as Smith was picked off, Lamb will be back up to bat to lead off for Lake County.